Okay, right. This will be an interesting one. Let's see what we can do with this. I think we're going to enlarge this one 400. I don't know if we're going to make this one look really good. It's a bit of a boring colour scheme. See how we go. See if we can make this look interesting, but it's about something I'm against once again. I'm going to let loose on it. So let's see what background colour we're going to give to this one. We're going with red, and we're just going to go here. We're going to make this look interesting. I don't know how it's going to look. Let's see how we go. Sometimes I do surprise myself at how I can turn an image that looks El Blando into something quite interesting. Oops. Let's see if we can make it look good. Okay, what is it? It is a Melbourne Cup Day, I think it is. General admission and members reserve. So this is some kind of card. Australian Turf Club. I'm not sure if this is Melbourne Cup Day, but Melbourne Cup Day is less than a week away, so it's very close now. So this is a card, some kind of card that you give to your friend or someone. It's just one of those cards to let someone in who doesn't normally go in this, but I really think horse racing is an abomination to me because it's about gambling. It's about big companies or big breeders or whoever they are, like Gay Waterhouse, for example, making too much money out of gambling. And gambling is not acceptable, folks. It's not something that we really want to keep in our fucking culture. It's not acceptable, but people treat it as such, especially when it's to do with Melbourne Cup Day, because Melbourne Cup Day is one of those days that's revered. And the rich absolutely love it because then the rich can make more money off people. And often the people who partake in Melbourne Cup Day are not rich. They don't normally have that sort of money to spend on gambling, but they do it anyway. It's a fucking tradition. And I don't like these traditions that are not good for society at large. This is greed. Greed is an evil force. Greed is something that runs the Melbourne Cup Day. It's a money spinner, folks. Do you really want to make rich people richer? Do you really want to feed into their lustful greed of money, love of money? Do you really want to feed that evil monster that lives within these assholes? Seriously, do you really want to feed this evil monster? It is a monster, folks. Make no bones about it. It is a fucking monster. A monstrosity, and yet people still want to go in it. Oh, it's because everyone else is doing it. Well, that's not a good enough excuse for me. I'm not going in it. The only thing I'll enjoy about Melbourne Cup Day is having a few minutes off work, and even that is not exactly a good enough excuse. You know, we shouldn't have Melbourne Cup Day. We should ban it. It should be banned like any other gambling. Well, the only problem is with prohibition, you get more crime. So it's a bit of a tough one here. We don't want people getting into gambling and getting themselves into huge, dire financial trouble. I mean, there's a lot of poor people, and even they want to have a flutter. That's really not fair on them, that the rich profit from them as well. So it's not fucking fair, folks. And gambling is something that often becomes highly addictive, so it's not worth introducing your friends into it, you know, or introducing anyone into it. It shouldn't be allowed, but it's such a terrible thing, but what can I say? I can't do nothing. Got no power. I've got no fucking influence. I'm trying to get this shit up on YouTube, so hoping that maybe people will listen to a bit of fucking common sense when they hear it, instead of being swept away by what everyone else is doing and what the rich dictate to us is supposed to be happening. We don't want to follow the rich, folks. We've got to stick our middle fingers up to them. You don't necessarily have to do this, but give them the middle finger by not buying any tickets. We're not buying any Melbourne Cup tickets. Just show your resentment, show your solidarity against gambling, against the forces of gambling. We've got to show these rich pigs that they don't rule our lives. We don't want them taken over. They're already getting into our fucking lives, folks. They should be ostracised. If anyone should be ostracised in society, it's got to be the rich who don't do the right thing. Otherwise, we're going to lose everything. It's like they just take over everything. They're like a disease. Not all rich people are like that, but I just see that the majority of them are. We don't want to feed Gay Waterhouse. She's got enough fucking money to live on. She doesn't need that fucking extra money. She can go fuck herself. Up yours, Gay. You fucking suck shit. So you're not getting me to gamble. I am going to rebel, and I'll keep rebelling. I don't believe in this fucking gambling shit. So don't fucking dictate to me what I should be doing because it's fucking Melbourne Cup Day. Melbourne Cup Day can fuck itself, guys, girls. I'm sorry I use this language, but I get very angry. I don't feel like my words are getting out there. There's not enough viewership on my channel. I don't see any change in this world yet. All I see are people doing stupid things all the time, and I have no fucking ability to stop them, to warn them. I've got to warn these people. I mean, their IQ is normally 90 to 110. And these 90 to 110 people make up the majority of society, and they follow like sheep the people who become our leaders. And often these leaders, like Gay Waterhouse, for example, are fucking assholes that just want to make money. And it's like they just follow the wrong leader. They've got to follow leaders that do the right thing, but there's not enough corporate people out there who are worthy of being leaders because they're all into money. They're all into the love of money. It's okay to be rich, folks, but not to be greedy. If you're a rich person, you should be giving at least 10% of your earnings to charity and to other good causes. Not fucking trying to make money out of even the poor people. Some poor people are so addicted with gambling, you know, how do they fucking put food on the table? Think of that, folks. Think of that, you rich twats, for doing that. Think of it. What about these poor people? You don't care about the poor. If they die, that's no good. That's not a problem to you. Well, that sucks. What if it was you that was poor? How would you feel, Gay Waterhouse? I'll ask you, Gay Waterhouse, how would you feel if you were poor? Think about it. Or maybe you've been rich all your fucking life, so you fucking don't know. You fucking got a blank mind. You're fucking stupid. Gay Waterhouse and all the other racing assholes, stick this up your fucking ass. Go fuck yourselves. Get out of my face.